Arise, he says. Let me see a giant dragon. Let me see a dragon. Shadow extraction failed. Guys, what's good? It's your boy Phil, and when I tell you that we had a chapter today, wow, what a chapter, man. What a great chapter. I just got done streaming the read-through on Twitch. You can go check it out if you want to, but man, what a fire chapter. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to say it right now. This was the exact chapter that solo leveling needed at the right time, man. This chapter was insane, and when you think about this chapter, it wasn't even that major. Like, this didn't really progress the America arc at all, except for the fact that my boy Wu, spoiler alert, landed in America. What else did it do? Not much, but let me tell you right now, this chapter was a 10 out of 10 chapter, heat chapter. Very excited. This shit got me pumped, man. This shit's got me pumped for the America arc, and it's got me pumped for the next coming chapters ahead. I am very excited for what's going to happen in solo leveling, guys. Chapter 124, the chapter that dropped today. This is on the day of. Man, what a chapter, guys. What a chapter. Without further ado, let's do this shit. I guess we'll go chronologically through this chapter really quick before we get to the end, which is where all the hype shit happens, per the usual. But we'll go down the chapter list of what happens chronologically. So we open up, obviously, last chapter. We had everything with Huang Dong-su, my boy Wu, still on the plane, on his way to America, all that great shit. You love to see it. This chapter, 142, opens up. My boy, Sung Jin Sauce God Wu, lands in America. You love to see it, man. You love to see it. I thought this was going to happen. I didn't know if it was going to happen this chapter or next chapter, but I knew he was going to land in America pretty damn soon. And lo and behold, he's in America. He brought the boy, Yu Jin Ho, with him. And Wu Jin Chul brought him with him too. Weird dynamic group he has there, but those are the only guys that accompanied my boy Wu to the US of A conference. Very excited. We're finally in America. You get to see all the flags of all the countries that are partaking in this conference. You saw Italy there. You saw France was there. China was there. My boy Lu Jinggang. We should be seeing him at this conference. 100%. He will be there for sure. Get ready. We didn't see him today, but we'll be seeing him soon, along with Thomas, along with Wang Dong-su. We're going to see a lot of familiar faces at this conference, along with a bunch of new faces as well, like the German hunter we saw. We saw him. He wanted to have some quality time with my boy Wu, but he wasn't having it because paparazzi is all over this boy Sung Jin Woo. That was good stuff. So that's when you think about the major things of how this arc is going to progress, right? We have this conference we're going to go to. My boy Wu's dad is going to be marked as a fugitive, right? Everybody's going to be hustling to go try and capture him. My boy Wu is probably going to fight some of the national level hunters. He's probably going to fight his dad too at the end of the day. Possibility of the monarchs coming, possibility of the rulers coming, possibilities of a whole bunch of shit happening. This was the biggest thing to happen, really. My boy Wu finally landing in America, the official start of the America arc. That was the biggest thing that happened this chapter. 100%. My boy Wu finally landing in America. Everything after this is the America arc. I am excited for it. Very excited. I think this thing is going to be 10 times better than the Japan S-Rank Gate. 100%. Will it beat the Temple of Cartanon for me? Maybe. We'll see. But I am so excited for everything past this chapter. It is going to be great. I cannot wait. Now, obviously, let's talk about the giant elephant in the room. Or should I say fucking dragon in the room. My boy Wu. You know, he's talking with the Americas and shit. He's talking with all the Americans, all that shit, you know, doing business things. He says, hey, let me take a ride with you. They go in the limo. My boy Yu Jin Ho goes back to the hotel room or some shit. I don't know, but they're in the limo. This guy's talking about this dragon, Kamish. We saw him very early in Season 2. We saw Kamish. I'll tell you right now, I completely forgot about this dragon. Completely forgot about it. But I do remember when they first introduced the bones of this dragons, I said, and they were talking about how they want someone to activate this rune. I remember saying my boy Wu is gonna want to resurrect this dragon for sure when he sees it. And lo and behold, that's what is gonna happen today. So they're in this limousine. They're talking about this ruin. The American guy really wants Wu, first off, to join the USA Hunters. He wants him to leave Korea, which is not something that my boy Wu probably wants to do. So push that one away. That one's probably not going to happen. But second off, he wants my boy Wu to activate this ruin. He knows he has enough power to activate this ruin and find out what's up with the ruin. My boy Wu does not give a shit. Does not give an absolute shit about this ruin. He's got his eyes focused on the bones of this dragon, an S-rank villain from the biggest S-rank gate break ever in humanity. The strongest monster that we know of that ever was, Kamish, the giant dragon, is hidden underneath the Hunter Bureau Association of the US of A. Hidden underground, a dozen floors below. I don't know how many floors, but he's hidden a lot of floors. Cryo-chambered away, hidden there, and he wants to go visit the remains of this dragon. So what is he going to do? What is he going to do? What is the American guy going to do? He's going to go talk to his officials, going to say, hey, my boy Wu is willing to work with us, willing to have a good relationship with us, if we just show him the bones of this dragon. And they're onto it right away. They're like, all right, he probably wants to resurrect this dragon. He probably wants to, but, you know, why not? Let's let him have his fun. Let's have a good relationship with Wu. They take him underground, the Hunter Bureau Association. They take him underground to check out the bones of this dragon. And my boy Wu's like, okay. That's pretty cool. That's pretty nice, man. Pretty good shit right there. Glowing purple, per the usual. He's glowing purple, eyes glowing purple. Walks up to the fucking bones of Kamish, touches Kamish, and what does he say? What does he say? Tell me what he says. You know what he says. He says, arise. He says arise, and what happens? The dragon doesn't arise. It doesn't arise. It fucking blue balls him. Trolls my boy Wu. Trolls him. Absolutely. Takes him 2 tries. It takes him 2 tries to resurrect this dragon. Really pissed off the ego of my boy Wu there. I bet you it did. Obviously, you know, my boy Wu has had to take 3 tries before with the boy Igris. He took 1 try with Beru. He's had to take multiple tries before. But this fat-ass dragon, S-rank monster, takes 2 tries. And lo and behold, the chapter ends with my boy Sung Jin Woo, Purple Boy, resurrecting Kamish, the S-rank dragon scene. That's the end of the chapter. Beautiful chapter. 10 out of 10 chapter. Absolutely hype chapter. The service in this chapter, man, was crazy. I loved this chapter. I thought it was great. Like I said before, plot-wise, this doesn't really do anything. All it really did was land my boy Wu in America, which is great, but it's fucking great that he got a dragon, man. This is absolutely amazing. Now, that's the end of the chapter. I have a shit ton of ideas for what's going to happen next. This chapter didn't really change any of my theories, really, but with this dragon in our team, I'm so excited. I am so excited for this dragon, man. I'm so excited. So, first, let me answer a few of your questions before we continue about this dragon, first off, and about everything that's going to happen with the team now and with my boy Wu. These were some of the ideas that were brought up in the Twitch stream. If you want to check the Twitch stream out, the VOD is still there. You can check it out. But first off, big one here. Will my boy Kamish be able to talk like Beru? My answer, yes, I think so. Why? Because he's an S-rank boss of that gate, right? My boy Beru isn't even an S-rank boss of his gate. He was just, you know, a unit in the gate, and he was able to talk. So I think, you know, just fundamentally based off that, I think that this dragon will be able to talk like my boy Beru, which is cool. I mean, in mythology and like fantasy, right? Dragons talk. That's a thing. That's an actual thing that happens. Like in fucking Skyrim and Dark Souls, the dragons talk, right? So this will not be, you know, a no-brainer for me. I think the dragon will be spitting some fucking bars to my boy Wu. Second off, what is up with the boy Kaisel now? This is a big worry for me. First off, when we resurrected the dragon, is my boy Kaisel gonna be completely irrelevant now? No, I don't think so. Matter of fact, I think my boy Kaisel is about to be ever more relevant than he's ever been. Now, there's two things that could possibly happen to Kaisel. There's the thing I want to happen, and there's the thing that'll probably most likely happen. So let's start with the thing that most likely happens. Most likely what happens with Kaisel is that he becomes the personal ride for my boy Sung Jin Woo. My boy Sung Jin Woo is just gonna surf on the fucking dragon. We've seen him do it before, and this is gonna be his personal mount for whenever they do go to battle. Because when they go to battle, shit is gonna go down. 100%. My boy Woo is gonna be riding the fucking dragon, casting spells and shit, doing his, you know, his new Gilgamesh type sword thing he's got going on. He's gonna be doing that. He's gonna be launching swords at people. It's gonna be really cool. Kaisel, most likely, like 80% maybe, will probably be the mount of my boy Wu. Now, the other 20%. Personally, this is what I want to happen. I want Kaisel to be my boy Igris's mount. Now, before you go off saying, hey, you're just an Igris fanboy, yes, I love Igris. He's my favorite shadow. He's got a fucking sword. But if he's the mount, if Kaisel is the mount for Igris, that would be insane. That would be sick. First off, that makes Igris basically barren at this point because Igris already has the two-handed lightning sword, which I think is sick. As soon as they introduced that sword, I said, hey, I want that to be Igris's weapon, and it's finally Igris's weapon. Now, I think we briefly saw Igris riding Kaisel, and it was pretty fucking sick. He was looking exactly like Baron. I want Kaisel to be Igris's mount, and I think it has a very good chance of happening. He's gonna become Baron. It's gonna be fucking cool. He has the lightning sword, and he's about to have the same fucking wyvern, I don't know how to say it. He's gonna have the same dragon that Baron had, and I think it's gonna be sick. That's what I want to happen with Kaisel, personally. But, who knows? Who knows what happens, man? Dude, what a chapter. There was also talk that since the dragon has been dead for 8 years, that his body's been decaying. Obviously, they're in the cryostasis chamber, right? So they have his bones. They preserved his body quite well. However, the power level of Kamish is not going to be as high as it should have been due to the fact that the body has been decaying over 8 years, right? As the longer the body has been dead, the less strong it is when you resurrect it. This is a fact. We've seen this in solo leveling. This is a fact. So we know this, right? However, I think the fact that they were preserving the body fairly well with cryostasis and all that, I think Kamish will have a good amount of its power still. That's just my idea. I think that's a good chance of happening. I think Kamish is still going to be very powerful. I think it's still going to be able to talk, still on the par with Beru, but you know, it's not going to be as strong as maybe it should be. So maybe if the rank of Kamish isn't as high as it should be, like of Beru, let's say, that would be a reason. That would probably be the main reason, because the body has been decaying for 8 years. There was a lot of talk about that. That's a good point brought up. But I don't know if that's going to matter that much. It's surely going to matter, but like I said, I think preserving the body might have had something to do with it. There was also a lot of talk about where we go after this. What is chapter 143 going to look like? So, in my eyes, chapter 143, right? Obviously, my boy Wu just shadowed Kamish, right? He resurrected him. He's going to put him in his back pocket, and he's going to check out the ruin, you know, figure out what's going on with there. It was actually funny because Kamish is the power source of the Hunter Bureau Association, whatever's going on in USA. That building, Kamish was the power source of that. So I think they're going to be out of power. I think they're going to be out of power for a long time now because Kamish isn't coming back, man. He's not going back. So that's funny. But he's going to check out the ruin, figure out what's going on with that. But long term, where do we go from here? Well, there's a few ideas I have. There's a few ideas. The first one, I think we just go into this Hunter conference, man. We see what's going down. My boy Wu is gonna interact with S ranks, like the German guy. We saw that before. He's gonna he's not gonna S rank with them. No, he's going to interact with the national level hunters. I can't wait for Lu Zhigang to pop up because I guarantee you Lu Zhigang is going to appear soon in the USA. Can't wait for that. They're gonna have some communication type shit going on. Can't wait to figure out what goes on with there. They're gonna reveal my boy Wu's dad to the conference. Red alert on his ass. We might see Wang Dongsu pop up, try and stick my boy Wu, which I don't know why you would want to stick him now that he has a fucking dragon, but you do you, man. But dude, I am so excited. I'm so excited for America, man. I'm so excited for this arc. Literally, I just don't know, man. I just don't know. There's no way they could mess this up. Like, this is gonna be such a good arc. Literally, this arc is gonna be great, man. They could just fling shit at me and I'll still think this arc is gonna be great, man. I have high hopes for this arc, boys. I think it's gonna be sick, and I think the payoff is going to be amazing. Next chapter, 143, he's gonna check out the ruin, and then we're back to America, and some shit is about to go down. An idea I tossed out on stream is that maybe Wang Dongsu takes my boy Yu Jin Ho hostage as a way to get at my boy Wu, but we'll see if that happens. That's a long ways away. We'll see what happens when that happens. Short term, I think we got to get situated in America, and I think that's what's gonna happen next chapter. Guys, that was my my discussion video for 142. Let me know down below, what you think about this chapter. What are your ideas, your theories, anything? What are you thinking about this fucking boy Kamish, man? What is he gonna name him? Is he gonna name him Kamish, or is he gonna name him something else? Who knows? Guys, let me know everything down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hop in the stream if you really want to one day. The VOD is up there. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.